If you've been on a Disney cruise to the Caribbean before, you probably know how magical it is to be at Castaway Cay, Disney's private island. It's a true delight, a dream, a total relaxed, amazing paradise. That is the best way to describe it. Paradise. I've made several videos all about Castaway Cay, including an in-depth tour where I take you all around and show you everything there is to see and do at Castaway Cay. You can find that video and more right there at the I button. But today I'm not just talking about Castaway Cay. No. We're talking about even more than Castaway Cay. And you're thinking to yourself, what do you mean more than Castaway Cay? What are you talking about, Michael? Elaborate here. What about rumor? What about a second Disney private island? Now, before I go too far and start telling you about all the amazing things that might be coming soon with a new Disney private island in the Caribbean, I need to stress that this is a rumor. But that being said, I do believe it, and I think it is true. Not only does Disney have 3 new ships being built for the Disney Cruise Line fleet, but they have already tried to buy/lease another private island before this and after Castaway Cay. The last time we heard anything about Disney looking at other islands besides Castaway Cay to bring the fleet to, they were looking at an island called Egg Island in the Bahamas. At first glance, Egg Island looks great. They've got great tranquil waters, great, calm winds, really beautiful. But unfortunately, after some testing, they tested to make sure everything would be okay. They found that the marine life and the environment would not be able to handle the stress of that kind of major reconstruction to bring a Disney port to that island. So they had to scrap the idea and continue the search. And now it looks like they may have found their next choice. There are several strong rumors that indicate that Disney has found something else they're interested in called Lighthouse Point, also known as Lighthouse Cay. Now, this is just an early rumor, and don't forget, with Egg Island, they found the marine life couldn't handle the construction, so they scrapped the idea. They have to go through the same tests if they're considering other islands to make sure the environment is protected. But Lighthouse Point looks the most promising right now. Let's take a deeper look into the island. Taking a closer look at the map, Lighthouse Point is actually relatively close to Castaway Cay, only 150 miles away. And you're thinking to yourself, Michael, what do you mean relatively close? 150 miles, that's no stone's throw. Well, for a ship, it kind of is. It's very, very close to Castaway Cay and will provide super easy access to the port and to other Caribbean destinations. The area of Lighthouse Point that is rumored to be a possible second Castaway Cay or another Disney private island is 756 acres in size. Lighthouse Point is located on the island of Eleuthera. And you might be thinking to yourself, Michael, wait a minute, I thought Lighthouse Point was the private island. Kind of. Lighthouse Point is actually a peninsula on a larger island, but that entire area of the island is for sale. Not for rent, but for sale. And the idea is that Disney could buy that area and then, block it off from the rest of the island so that it is private for the guests of the Disney Cruise Line. Now, when I was first looking into this rumor and I read that Lighthouse Point was the most likely candidate for another Disney private island, and then I found out that it was a peninsula, I immediately thought to myself, that doesn't feel like Disney. I feel like Disney will want their own island. They don't really want to be a part of a peninsula. It just doesn't make as much sense. But this is just the strongest rumor right now. Could this be wrong? Absolutely. Disney could say, you know what, it doesn't work. Maybe the environment doesn't work. We want our own island. It could be any of these things. But this is just the initial idea. Even though it might not come true, I do believe that Disney is looking for another island simply to, be able to house all of these different ships that are coming through the Caribbean as their fleet continues to expand. Now, even though I'm not sure if Disney would be interested in the peninsula idea, and the rumor could be wrong, I still want to take a closer look at Lighthouse Point with you to see if it might be something Disney might be interested simply because of the beauty of the island alone. Let's take a closer look. Lighthouse Point has an extremely long beach. It is 4 miles long of crystal clear waters with shallow areas, but it also has at Lighthouse Point deeper areas for maybe deep sea fishing, just an idea. Looking at the map, it doesn't appear that Lighthouse Point has any pre-existing roads. They have some kind of paths that people could walk, but knowing Disney, they would totally reshape it to make it perfect for all of us. But they do have some natural rock formations that go out into the water that look really cool. There is so much that could be done at Lighthouse Point. Just looking at it, they could put the pier right there on the beach, or maybe right next to it, so that as you step off the ship, you turn right, turn left, you've got beach all around you, and you're able to sit back and enjoy. So that's an option right there. They've also got an entire separate area right to kind of the west side of the island, a little bit south, they've got a separate area that could be an adult beach right there, because you know Disney's going to keep up with that adult beach idea. It's working extremely well at Castaway Cay, and I really do hope that they bring it to the next private island, whether it's here at Lighthouse Point or a totally different island. Now, whether or not this rumor of Lighthouse Point is true, and it may or may not be, I do believe that Disney is thinking about another private island for the Disney Cruise Line, and I wanted to dive deeper into that aspect of it and what kind of theming it might bring with it. Now, for those veterans of the Disney Cruise Line, you may remember being able to see the Flying Dutchman pirate ship right off the shore of Castaway Cay. I unfortunately never had a chance to see it because I didn't start cruising until after it was already gone, but the new rumors about a new private island, whether or not it's Lighthouse Point or not, point to a Pirates of the Caribbean themed island. The entire island would be Pirates of the Caribbean themed. Just imagine how far Disney could take this theming. Not just a meet and greet with Jack Sparrow and other pirates on the island, they could go so far with this. They could go for a treasure hunt where you walk around the island, you try to find different treasure and you're digging for things, or you're looking for things, or maybe you're trading, for different items. There are so many different directions they could take this. I am so excited to see if this rumor comes true and it becomes a Pirates of the Caribbean themed island. I think that this Pirates of the Caribbean theme for an entire island is a fabulous idea, honestly, because they have mastered the Caribbean relaxation feel at Castaway Cay. They've mastered it. It's paradise. It's amazing. I want to go back. But that being said, if you have veteran, cruisers or maybe new cruisers and they're deciding between going to Castaway Cay and some other island, maybe it's exactly themed like Castaway Cay, they don't really care. They say, okay, well, I'll go to one or the other. It's the same. They're both magical, love them both, but no real need to go to a new island. If they make it brand new, like Pirates of the Caribbean themed, they will attract everyone back to the island. Everyone's going to want to see it for the first time, second time. They're going to want to really enjoy this new theming of a brand new island. I really hope it comes true, and I think it will. Whether it's Lighthouse Point or another island in the Caribbean, and Disney has plenty of them to choose from, I cannot wait to learn more about the possibility, it's still a rumor, of a new Disney private island and a possible theme that might be coming to it, and I really hope we hear about it sooner rather than later. Maybe D23 2019, cross your fingers. So what do you think about the idea of a new Disney private island coming to the Disney Cruise Line, and what do you think of that Pirates of the Caribbean theme? I personally think it's a great idea. Would you enjoy that, or do you think they should stick with the Castaway Cay, standard, relaxing Caribbean feel? Let me know in the comments below. And what do you think of Lighthouse Point? Do you think it could be that one, the peninsula idea, or you think they're going to want their own private island? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.